Hey, it's Bill coming at you from Santa Monica, California. It's a beautiful afternoon, evening starting. It's kind of early. I wanted to start early because, first of all, I got some new weed today, and I always had to mess around with it because I'm new at it. So, but anyway, this beautiful girl was walking by. She always comes by. She has two dogs, and she is absolutely beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous. But I've never seen anybody with perfectly tanned skin. I mean, like, it, it's like perfect. And so I was staring at her this time, and she happened to notice me, and I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "I was staring at you." And I said, "But it's for good reason." I said, "How is it possible that a woman as beautiful as you can have a tan that's also perfect?" I said, "And before you answer, I, I said, I already thought, you know, tanning bed, but I said, that'd be like toasting a perfect piece of bread." I said, I could see it with the right spread on it. I could definitely see eating you all up. But I said, I just can't imagine making something so beautiful in a tanning bed. So how did you do it? Because it's that perfect. I mean, anyway, I just had to tell you that. I don't know that I made her evening, but I could tell she was surprisingly, I don't know what, enlightened, not enlightened. She'd have to know she's beautiful. I don't know. I guess probably most people try to pick her up. I already covered that. That's not going to happen. I just know she's beautiful, and it literally, it's like there's not a flaw on her. I'm sure from now on she'll say hi to me because I've never said hi to her before, and that's the first thing I've ever said to her. But, it wasn't a come on. It was just the truth. I told you, that's all I know. I know what, that's what I was going to talk about in a serious manner. I probably got it backwards tonight, but I wanted to remember that because I thought it just brings to me my karma, because that really is what I was wondering. I was staring at her, and I noticed in her eyes that, she was not shocked or scared, but, you can tell somebody's not. I was that kind of stare. And so I had to tell her, that's why. I mean, I know I must have, wasn't a disturbing stare, but it was a, why are you looking at me? So I had to explain it to her. And, out here that you don't ever get that far with any kind of conversation typically. You'd be accused of something long before now. I mean, it's just, people. I keep saying Santa Monica's going to be home. I found a couple of really nice oceanfront properties that I'm more leaning towards, if much farther north, but 400 acres on the ocean. I could build my own world there. That's what I want. So, now I have a different goal, but I'm still going to do an office in Malibu, so I don't need to go to my office. I haven't for years. Oh, I am. Oh, there she goes again. I'm literally telling you. I just tan from absolute perfection. I don't even know if it's tan. It just looks like tan. That's what it looks. It could just be her natural skin color. If it is, she's got the perfect skin color every woman in the world wants, because it's that perfect. And if that's the case, she'll never get any of this sun skin diseases. She'll have that skin for the rest of her life. I mean, it'll age, but not like tanning would. I'm telling you, it's that perfect. Okay, enough about her. I'm not one of those weird, stalker types. I know that sounds it, but when you see something that perfect, I'm describing the finest of the finest to you, that's all. I'd say the same thing if a perfect Ferrari went by. Not one of the ones that are made out of a factory today. I mean, a real Ferrari. Like the one I saw the other day. Oh my God, that had to have been... My guess, and I'm usually pretty good on it, is at least $2.5 million, and I could be under. If anything, I'm under. And that was right in Beverly Hills. And anyway, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just perfect. Like a 1960s, I would guess. Yeah, it had to be in the 60s, I would. Late 50s at best, but I would guess 60s. But beautiful. I mean, beautiful. I mean, museum beautiful. But they are all out here. Today's got to be close to the weekend. Of the weekend, I don't really keep track of stuff like that, but it's got to be close because all the cars are out, and the weather is like that. Let's go out for an ice cream night, at least back home, and you put all the kids in the car and go out for an ice cream wherever they are around here. I'm sure there's plenty, and so all the cars come out. They go to the beach. They go to the ice cream. There's drive-in theaters out here somewhere, I think somebody said. I haven't seen them yet. If they don't, they need them. But anyway, I'm babbling. I know that happens all the time. I told you I'd get my truck. I'm working on getting that title fixed. I gotta fix the exhaust system, and the guy's supposed to come by with a battery for me tonight. So if I get the battery and I know that I can start it, I can fix the exhaust if I need to. It's just so I can move it around. So. Oh, I found doing the alleys. I only did 2 alleys today. But that's all I needed. I found like literally 25 pairs of men's socks. And 9 pairs of 32 Levi's, which I'm now 32. But I can sell them. So I haven't even tried them on. Sometimes they'll fit, sometimes they're not. That's my old size, and I know they just... Karma was a little late on me on this one, unless I can find... I did trade 2 pair today for lunch, so I'm already way ahead. So I got that. Oh, and boxers, I forgot it has 8 or 10 pair of boxers in there. So and they're all button-down jeans. I like those more. So there was 8 or 9 pair, I can't remember. At least 20 pairs of socks. A couple of women's pants that I gave to the free corner thing I do. A pair of jeans that I would never wear, I put in the corner thing. A jacket I would never put in the corner thingy. A couple other things. And when I left, they were mostly gone, so that got all used up. Oh, let's see if I got anything funny I did today. I haven't hooked up my electric yet. That's usually funny. I know I'll get zapped at least a half a dozen times. It is funny, because I was thinking about it this morning. I was thinking to myself, because I'm thinking, well, because I found out that I thought it got hit by a car. One of the guys across the street I've gotten to know, it told me that no, somebody parked there and used to use it for their camper. But that's not, I didn't do it. I just know how to use it for what I'm doing it for. And like I said, if they can give me a ticket, I'll give them a lawsuit. It's their job to make sure that covers on, not mine. What was I babbling? Oh, yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, he is, I'm thinking he's braver than me, because you have to strip the wire somehow. And, I mean, there's ways you could put a leather glove on with a metal knife and things like that. You could do a lot of that, but chances are, I mean, you could do it, but there's a good chance you didn't. There's at least 50-50 chance he had to take the shock. So I was thinking, oh, he's so much. I would never, think to do the strip and the coating, and I don't know if that's because I'd feel like I was a thief then, or if I'm shocked. I don't know. I know this. I'm not afraid of the shock because I do it at least a half a dozen times every night just to charge my phone. So I'm trying to figure out which one is. It's got to be the honesty thing. As long as the bare wires are there, I'll hook on. But isn't isn't it still stealing? So I mean, back home I would never be okay with that. I just would never be okay with it. But here, they literally, they're so concerned about being sued that's the only. You can tell the city to fix that. I'm telling you. I just walked by the hole. I fell in the hole. I told you about a week ago, maybe more ago. Since then, my other friend that I like has fallen into it as well. She called. That's two people that have called on it. That both have fallen. Neither one of us got seriously injured. But we shouldn't have to even sprain our ankles, which we both did. And it only got fixed tonight. And I mean, literally, I just walked by it a half an hour ago. So, and it's whenever I first said that on my videos, to now, that's how long it took to fix that hole. I literally, somebody in the town shop could have gone to Lowe's for 3 bags of the pre-mixed asphalt stuff and in the town truck with a town credit card and bought 3 bags at, $3.97 a bag. Been done with it in, whole total an hour. There was 10 people, 2 trucks. Yeah, I mean, and the amount of lawsuits, the amount of waste on that end is mind-boggling in itself. But the threat to the public is the part that they can't understand. It's like to serve and protect. It practically says it right on every door you walk through. I mean, anything that the government, that's their hallucination. If they say all those things and the people around you are all believing all of those things, even though, it's the old thing. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. What in the world, I said this, I got into it last night. What in the world would somebody that's worth billions, that we know as a fact, doesn't care at all about anything but himself? What in the world, other than being really good at filing bankruptcy, could we have ever seen in him as a president? Desperation is what we're at. That's where we're at. We are at a stage of desperation. And our choices get worse every election. And they're no better this time than they were the last. And I don't know. I always said this country was going to have another revolution before I died. And I'm telling you, this thing is, the tail is wagging the dog all over the place. Everywhere you look, the tag is wagging the dog. And it's time somebody steps down. Just put your feet on the ground. You'll have, trust me, you start doing the right thing, and there's going to be enough people around you to grab on and make sure your feet stay right there. Because the people are sick of it too. And we got more people than we have more. That's what government wants. They want to employ us. You don't want to be employed by the government and controlled in home by the government. That's what you don't want. That's what they're trying for. So, keep yourself and your wits about you. I did find out about, I'm going to change this over, I think. I think that Instructables, I've never tried one before. But it looks like it would be, I don't know, I got to do more research about it. I don't know anything of it. And you know I'm the biggest idiot on the planet. The fact that I even got through this is a miracle. One of my girl/friends was telling me that my hair is looking good, like it's styled. I said, really? So, you're going to take a picture of this and send it to Vogue and say the new style in is dirty grunge? She says, well, you wear it well. I said, well, that's not exactly a compliment. Oh, well. I mean, I can take it with a grain of salt. But I try to keep everything realistic as well. Like I said, I've done a lot of work for a lot of very wealthy people. And I learned, I should say, how to judge different attitudes, different aspects of attitudes, I guess is the better way to put it. And I got quite good at it. And that's why I speak so fondly of the Kramers. They were genuine people, at least to me. And I know you life is like that. When you've got that kind of money, you're going to have some people that just hate you, but they were always kind to me. And like I said, they didn't need to be sending it had to be the butler to come and ask me for breakfast in a newspaper and have the Boston Globe. One of the chances, I suppose the Globe at the time was a big paper and O.J. Simpson was on the trial, so it may have been something, I could be overthinking it a little bit, but he knew I was from Boston. I mean, you can tell from my accent. So he knew that I was from Boston. But he is one of the ones this is exactly the time when I started learning how to invest. And that's who I learned, well, both of them. And so I got hand-taught by the best of the best. And it was just fun. Like I said, I enjoyed those. I didn't have any, it wouldn't have mattered to me, but I had no idea how wealthy they were. But, I knew it was the largest home in Florida, so you had to be quite wealthy. I didn't know it was billions. But, anyway, it didn't matter to me. I just enjoyed the company. Alrighty, I think that's good enough for me, and it's getting late. I should get my stuff together and all of that stuff. So I will say my good nights. Remember, I'm not doing a lot of smiling tonight, but I am happy. I'm just not showing it like I usually do. Um, I got a few things on my mind, but they're positive ones. I don't let the negative ones get in my mind anymore. They come in. If they're not positive or I can't make them positive, see you later. Till somebody else brings them up, and then if that somebody brings them up, they better have a good reason for bringing them up, because I already get rid of them. So it's either your problem or you're making it mine. I already dealt with it, so it's your problem. So let's figure this out. And that's how I deal with things. All right, people, have a great night. Be happy, smile, and I know that sounded a little bit derogatory in that area, but that is true. At least honesty is true. And if they can't take the happiness that goes with truth, that isn't your problem. So have a great night, smile, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.